that will make everything else easier, or maybe not even necessary at all. Well, I'm believing that what we're talking about today is the one thing that you can do that will make everything else about your business, especially everything else about your marketing, easier. We often have businesses come to us, and most of the time they come because they're dissatisfied with their marketing in some way. They say that their marketing is not producing the results that they want it to produce. Very often you'll hear, I just feel like I'm wasting my money. And that just should not be. It just ought not to be. And when I hear stories like that, I just kind of have this surge of compassion. I genuinely love business people, and I love business. And I love it when a business is doing well, and I grieve when I see a business that's just struggling with their marketing. And I've learned that most of the time when I hear stories like that, that the problem is going to come back to the message. So if I hear marketing's not working well, the first thing I think that you should look at is the messaging. There was a man who was blind from birth, and he's seated, if you can imagine, in front of Radio City Music Hall in New York City. Been to New York City?
Yeah.
There's throngs of people going down the sidewalks all the time, almost any time of the day or night. Well, there were throngs of people passing this guy, and among the people in that crowd was an advertising executive. And he saw the man sitting there, and he saw his upturned hat right by his left foot. And he noticed the hat just had a scattering of corn. He couldn't resist. And he reached out with his left hand, he picked up the sign that was leaning against the hat, reached into his pocket, pulled out a blue Sharpie and wrote something on the card and set it back down. Checked his watch because he's late to his appointment, and heads off to his appointment. A couple of hours later, he comes back by, and he notices the man again. This time, the hat is brimming with bills. There's a couple of 20s sticking out of this hat. And so you say, well, what made the difference? The difference is the sign. Before the sign had read, I'm blind, please help me. Now the sign reads, it's spring, and I can't see the flowers. The messaging made all the difference. So, get your messaging right, and everything else is going to be an awful lot easier to do. So you say, well, how do I get the messaging right? We do a workshop, and this is what we say about the workshop. Slow down long enough to answer 7 questions. I have given you a sheet, and there are a few places that you can plug in some answers. I don't particularly like fill in the blank things like this, but it just seems to be a really good way to make it flow. And so use it however you want to. And so the answer here is there's 7 questions that have been at the heart of powerful communication for centuries. Well, we want to think about the story of the person whose life we want to change. We want to think about the story we can make a lot better because of the services we offer. Catalina thinks about her 300 people that she works with, and she thinks about how can I make their life better. That's her whole job. How can I make their banking more pleasant and wonderful and successful? So the first question we ask here is, who is the hero of our story? And what does the hero want? First question in putting together a powerful messaging is to ask the question, who am I going after? Who do I want to talk to? Most businesses see themselves as the hero, coming to the rescue of the customer. So most of our websites, right, they talk about what we do, why we do it, try to expose our expertise. And so it makes a tremendous shift in our thinking if when we look at that website and we say, can we make this website about the person who's coming to read it instead of about me? Can we make it about the story that we want a person to experience out there in their life? So before we start, we've got to have some real clear customer definition. And I've given you some examples. So look at these examples. This first one is a cleaning company. And so who is the hero of their story? Who is their ideal customer? It's the person, and these are actual results from our workshop. It's a person who is responsible for the care of homes and commercial buildings in Southern Arizona. Can you see that person? Here's another example. This is an art education company. The person who has the desire and position to promote art education. You're probably aware of how schools are no longer having art programs, that sort of thing. Most public schools is just gone. The budget's not there for it. And so there's the rise of the charter school, and they do have art programs in them because there are people in it who really care about that, and they're looking for a way to help their students experience art and experience all the advantages of art. And so his target is the person who has that desire and the position to promote art education. Now, once you've figured out who your customer is, then figure out the answer to the question, what does my customer want? In a very primal sense, in a very basic sense, as it relates to my brand's service and product. Now, here's some examples. The cleaning company. We already saw who they're going after. They're going after the person who is responsible for taking care of property. And so what do they want? Fast, safe solutions for your home and office that has to do with cleaning. The art education master. A way to release the artist within. A university. These are some that I have borrowed. Hassle-free MBA that you can complete after work. A landscaping company. A yard that looks better than your neighbor's. A caterer. A mobile-free dining experience in the environment of your choice. The J3 Effects, that's my company. Digital marketing that gets results and doesn't waste your money. So what are we doing? We're painting a picture of the future our customer desires to experience. We're telling the story our customer wants to live. Here's more examples. A financial advisor, a plan for your retirement, a college alumni association, leave a meaningful legacy, a fine dining restaurant, a meal everyone will remember, real estate agent, the home you've dreamed about, a bookstore, a story to get lost in, breakfast bar, a healthy start to your day. I want you to do something. Take one of these, just find one, and just tell me how this might read if you're doing it from the perspective. If the company is seeing themselves as the hero, how might they phrase this? Let's take one. Let's say fast, safe solutions for your home and office. A cleaning company. How might we say that in a way that is really talking about the company instead of talking about the customer? Right?
You would probably say we, or us, or our.
Okay.
We do, we are the best cleaners in Tucson.
Yeah, we use a specific chemical or.
Yeah.
We don't cut corners.
We don't cut corners, we use clean products, we use green products.
Yeah. Okay, that's exactly right. And so you kind of have to tune your eye to detect, okay, no, I'm talking about myself. I need to be talking about my company when I'm in this particular process. It's really interesting in the workshop that you see people struggle with that. They just kind of come out really, it's just real natural to come out with talk about how we do this. And not to think about, but it's a game changer when you get that shift.
Isn't it like a very typical mindset for a business owner to be always thinking about their products and services?
Totally.
And what they offer? And the longer you're in your business, the harder it is, I think, to put yourself back in the customer's position and see on the other side of your service.
Yeah, we see ourselves as kind of the hero coming to the rescue of our customers. Yeah.
So I don't know if you've gotten to it yet. Do you have any tips on how to get there?
We're going there.
Okay.
So I want you to look back first of all and tell me there's two words that are kind of common in all of these. They're not in every one of them, and they don't have to be. But there are two words that are very common to every one of these.
You and your.
You and your. There's another word that's very common too.
A.
A. So those are kind of clues to look at. Okay, the second question is, what's the problem? What is the problem that I solve? What is the problem that my customer wants solved? And there are three dimensions to most problems. There's the external dimension, there's the internal dimension, and there's a philosophical dimension. Remember a while ago when I said something about it's just wrong for somebody to be wasting money on marketing. That's a philosophical issue. Okay, now here's another absolute game changer in your marketing thinking. Most businesses market to solve the external problem. Most customers buy to solve the internal problem. The external problem is usually something concrete. It's visible, it's tangible, it's obvious. The internal problem is how your customer feels about the external problem. So obviously talk about the external problem, but to help your customer get the feeling that you understand where they're coming from, talk to them in terms of how they feel about the external problem you solve. It's that feeling they are most motivated to do something about. Third question is, what's the plan? You may think it's really obvious, but it may not be. Make it clear what I need to do in order to buy. Most businesses leave money on the table simply because they fail to make it clear what a customer needs to do to make the purchase. Businesses refer to that particular piece of messaging as a call to action. Okay, let's do some exercise. First of all, let's pick a company. Let's pick something simple. Let's take carpet cleaning. Let's suppose that you've got a carpet cleaning company. Right now, we're trying to develop our messaging as a carpet cleaning company. So, what is the customer definition? Who's our customer? Who buys? Who's the decision maker? Who cares about my carpet cleaning services?
30-something female with kids at home.
30-something female with kids at home. What'd you say?
Homeowners.
Homeowners? Yes.
60-something females with a little dog.
All right.
Pet owners.
Homeowners.
Businesses who want
And typically what happens in the workshop, we may go 10, 15 minutes digging into this, and all of a sudden we nail it. We come up with an expression that is just really clear. And if you have a lot of services, you've got to find something that's overarching. But let's just pick one. Let's say that the person we're talking to is a homeowner and probably female. And we probably don't care how old she is. But she cares about the fact her carpet's dirty. And she wants it clean. So, what's the external problem?
Dirty carpet.
Is a dirty carpet. It's the concrete. It's the visible thing. It's the specific thing that you can see. Now, what is the internal problem?
It's embarrassing.
Okay, possibly embarrassment. She may be embarrassed about it. Well, this is a feeling issue.
Make you feel disarrayed. You feel dirty. Like, yeah, when you're not organized, you feel dirty all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, there's a
Germs like bacteria, it's not safe, or something like that.
Okay, and how does she feel about that?
Unsafe.
You may feel threatened, maybe.
You're not taking the best care of your kids or your family.
Yeah. If you were to put that into a phrase, how would you express it? Let's pick there's the yucky feeling, there's embarrassment, there is
You just don't have any time to do it.
Embarrassed by dirty carpets?
yes. Okay.
You don't have to live like this.
Yeah.
Oh, like that one?
No, I'm taking this seriously. I'm having trouble.
Can you see how this puts your mind into a whole different realm? In a workshop, we'll spend we'll have three business owners in the group, and we may spend 3 hours just working through the first part of it. And what they come up with is just mind-bending, what happened. But let me ask the last thing. Carpet company, what do I need to do business with you?
Trust.
Establish a connection with the feeling that the client has.
Call me, call me.
They can tell you it's on the phone.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all in there.
What do they say? I can't hear.
I'm probably not asking my question right.
What
My
did you
question
say?
is,
Solve the
my
problem.
question is, okay, we've got this person's attention. They know that we understand how they feel. They can see that we've got services provided, and that we're ready to stand by to clean that carpet and to get you over that feeling that you've got. You're gonna, all those feelings will be resolved. So what does,
You already know.
okay, let's say that I am the person that's reading your ad, reading your website, whatever, and I have a dirty carpet, and I need to have it cleaned. What do I need to do in order to do business with you?
Call.
Yeah,
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
I just need to talk on this, guys. Call to action. No.
yeah,
3 clients call that here.
Calling,
yeah. Now Catalina might have a different process. It might just not be called, let's have an appointment, let's set an appointment, and let's analyze your whole situation, and let's help you find your solution. Her plan is different, her call to action is actually different. And so you have to find out what is and then there's a way to do it. But the important thing is that most websites out there don't have that call to action. And you can't figure out what to do. You don't know that you're supposed to click the buy now button. You don't know that you're supposed to call. You've got to figure it out for yourself. And most businesses say, well, that's obvious. I didn't mean that obvious. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The wheels are turning.
yeah.
I know, I get it now. And I've gone to the workshops before, but like all of a sudden it clicked.
Oh, really good.
Yeah.
I was thinking on the carpet thing, the last thing I did for the carpet company was said, think your, let's see. Are your carpets clean? Didn't think so. I have pictures of dogs peeing. And all sorts of stuff. Kids playing on it. Yeah, kids flour all over the place because kids decided to cook, that kind of stuff. It's really hard to think, I think, in terms of the customer though, because I think business owners are geared to talking about their services like what you say.
Yeah,
I
even
know what
elevators,
they want.
even elevator pitches are about what we do for you. It's not about you.
But finding out what a customer feels is very difficult because they say, well, I'm embarrassed about the website. Okay, what embarrasses you about the website? Why are you embarrassed about this website? And in the end run, it isn't really the embarrassment, although it is. It's the fact that they paid all that money and it never did anything. So they're not exactly, they haven't looked into it enough to know what their real problem was and why they were bothered by it. And I find it really hard to know down to
Well, I have a question about that too, because you're really, the more you dial in on one customer type or one, actual what you're taught, niche population that you want to work with, you're at the same time sort of excluding other people. So I have trouble with this thought of saying if I'm doing this, then I'm not doing all of that. What would you recommend to get over that kind of a mindset of, because you're dialing in right here pretty specifically, right?
Yes, you are.
You can't be all things to all people when you work on
And if you do try to be complex and address everything, it becomes confusing. And that's why this is really not easy to do. Now there's two perspectives here. Bobby's talking about one perspective, and that is when I sit down with a client, now I can dig, I can probe, I can find out a lot of detail about what that person thinks and feels. But this messaging is for the public. They come to your website, they pick up your business card, take the brochure. And so that's why you have to just brainstorm and think, and usually have to have two or three people working with you. For example, this, you know, what does a person, let's see, where's the person who is responsible for the care of homes and commercial buildings and submarine homes. And she came up with fast, safe solutions for your home and office. And that's really broad.
Yeah, and I don't know what they do, so.
But it's a very clear offer. We know the cleaning company, we're gonna see that. And if I am a person who is responsible for caring for facilities, then I'm looking for somebody that will do fast, safe cleaning processes in my office or in my home.
I don't understand the word safe though. I mean,
For being green? No, well, trust, when I
You gotta
think
let 'em in
safe,
that
you have to
building.
live within their house.
Yeah.
So you have to trust them. Exactly, that's how I need.
Makes sense. I see. I misunderstood because the way these examples are put together. So the example, the first one is, that's your customer, you're looking for,
Water?
They were defining the person.
okay.
Yeah, and in fact, it's really interesting. You can't really do the second part of that until you've done that. So you've really got to zero in on, you know, who am I talking to?
So, because you're thinking, oh, I wanna clean for Target. No, you wanna clean for the individual who hires the person.
That's what I'm talking. The person making the decision.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
so how, Paul Bellows, the coach, Johnny's coach, one of the things that he keeps doing, every time I get into the emotion, he wants to put in the results. And I don't see, how do these things talk about the results, the promise, the thing that they're there for?
Well, there's 7 questions. These are only 2, and the other questions cover all those other bases. And you want to address. In fact, what happens is that a lot of people get a lot of this right, but they get there by accident. This lets you get there intentionally. You know that you're getting there. You know how to do it. You know what the questions are, and you dig until you find the answer that rings the bell. And one of the questions is, what difference is it going to make? You know, how's this life? What's the story? How's the story going to be different once you have taken advantage of this service? And that's one of the questions. And how's the life going to be different? How's it going to be better?